How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
You don't need to use an oversized AI model for everything, just like you don't need to use an axe to slice a cake. Find out how smaller models can deliver the right results and help cut AI costs up to 90% at IBM.com. The AI built for business. IBM. Looking for an AI glow-up that passes the office vibe check? What? AI that only knows the internet doesn't make sense for business. Get AI trained on your data at IBM.com. The AI built for business. IBM.
You are sitting on the biggest opportunity of your life right now, and you're completely missing it. Perception is everything. How you perceive any situation is how you'll receive it. And when you step up into your infinite energy, your powerful energy, the you can do anything energy, all of a sudden, you start seeing how great of a gift right now is. My name is Henry Lawrence, and welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about the most valuable thing that you have right now that will absolutely change your life. And if you listen all the way through, at the very end, we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. Now, before we get started, please like this video. And if there's a powerful something in here, a powerful piece of information, a powerful shift, leave a comment. We are the rising tide, and your comments might inspire someone else to give this video a listen, and we can grow together. Think about this for a moment. Think about your past. Maybe you're a parent. Maybe you're thinking about college. You're thinking about your high school. You're thinking about middle school. You're thinking about when you're a kid. Think about your past. For me, I think about my kids when they were younger, when they were smaller, all those great moments. What would you give to go back to one of those moments right now? What would you give to go back to when they were a baby? What would you give to have one day in college? What would you give to have that one day back in that vacation with your friends? What would you give to go back there? There's two pieces to this. One, there's no price tag for that. There's nothing you give. It doesn't matter how much money that you have. You can never go back to an experience. And most of us would give so much. Now imagine this. You go through life. You keep going, and you're reaching the end. You're coming up at 90 years old. If somebody came to you in that moment and said, I have an offer for you. This is something that you get. I'm going to sell you the opportunity to go back to right now. Wherever you are in your life, if you're 20, if you're 30, if you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 60, if you're 70 years old, wherever you are right now, this future you is getting this opportunity. That future you would give anything to have this experience again. So you might be feeling that you're in a low, that you're in a down place, that you're in a lost place, but understand that greatness is still to come. Any situation that you think about, if it's with your kids, if it's with college, if it was this fun, thing, whatever is coming to mind that you wish you could go experience, there was time before that. And if you knew what was to come, if you knew this great experience was going to happen, you would even go back to the lowest time because of what it would give you, of what's in front of you, of what you would get to experience to come. And the same is true right now. You must take a powerful perspective in that right now is the most valuable time, that in the future, you would give anything that you've gained, anything that you desire, whether it's money, fame, success, achievement, like anything that you desire right now to receive in your life, you would give it in a second to come back to now. And so when you wake up with that level of purpose, with that level of focus, knowing that today is an actual gift that I could never buy, but would give anything for, I need to treat it accordingly. I need to show up accordingly, because you can take that perspective. You can decide that I am living the gift that future me would give anything to have. When you start doing that, you start to step into your gratitude energy. Gratitude is the most powerful state of being because it's a state of love. When you have gratitude for things, you are truly expressing your love for them. when you have gratitude for this microphone. I love this microphone because with it, I'm able to speak and communicate my ideas, and it's able to reach you. And there's a future version of me that couldn't wait to come back to experience this time again, when things weren't as big, when things weren't as heavy, when things weren't as grand, when it was just me in my first office recording, like building this studio, building this thing, this moment. Every difficult thing that you're going through right now has something on the other side that you get to experience and that you get to become. It is waiting for you. So operate as if this is the gift. Your perspective, your mindset gives you everything. You can take the opposite effect and realize how terrible everything is and how much you don't have and how much you miss the past and how much you're not going to have all these things. You can operate like that because you know people that do. You might even be that person. How you view the world gives you an experience. So if you want to view it like everyone else does, then you'll have the experience that everyone else does. But if you want to view it as somebody rare, somebody that is going to take a different ounce out of life, someone that's going to take a different experience out of life, then choose your thoughts wisely. This quest, this life of enlightenment, this life of growth, this life of expansion is not for everyone. It's available to anyone, but most people aren't willing to do. And I tell you this as someone that is really studying this stuff, that is really trying to learn this stuff, and then implementing it into my life. I am a work in progress. I am not the end result of all the things that I'm telling you. I am someone that is working through these things and watching how they can manipulate the experience that you're in. If you take this mindset and you say, today is the gift that I would pay anything for in the future, and then you treat it that way, you will find reasons as why today's the gift. You get to hug your kids. My kids are 7 and 5 right now, but tomorrow they're going to be a little bit older, and then a year from now they're going to be a little bit older, and 2 years from now they're going to be a little bit older. In a blink of an eye, those ages will double. They'll be 14 and 10. Like, they're going to keep growing. This is going to happen. And if I don't learn how to appreciate the now and truly have the love for now, I operate in a state of regret of missing. But this is a gift. Today is a gift. Your challenge is a gift. The wall that you have to go through is a gift. The hill that you have to climb is a gift. The mountain that you have to scale is a gift if you decide to view it that way. If you decide to view it as your obstacle, as your resistance, as the war, as the enemy, then that will be the experience that you gain from it. Learn to shift into a positive mindset. Remember, positive is not happy. Positive is just charged up to the highest frequency. So you are viewing things from the utmost powerful, lifting way. I choose to view it as a gift. I choose to view it as opportunity. I choose to view it as something that is working for me. You get to choose it for yourself. Do you not realize that people listen to this message and they turn it off and they go the opposite way? You have a choice. You can listen to something like this and decide to implement into your life, decide to make changes, decide to see the good in life, decide to smell the flowers, decide to receive the money, decide to experience the vacations, the life, the grandness of things. You can be that person, or you can be the person that decides why it shouldn't be done, why it's bad, why you're wrong, why other people are bad that have it, why you're selfish, why you're not doing the right thing. You get to choose. You have to understand that people are either projecting themselves or they're reflecting on themselves. And if you're not reflecting, you are absolutely projecting. And if you want a powerful way to reflect, start with your positioning and your view on life. Reflect on that. Is this the view of somebody that sounds positive? If I were to write down my views on life, would I want to be around that person? And if you write it down and it's all negative, 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 I bet many people will defend that position and say, well, I'm just being realistic, or that's just how it is. You're living with your head in the sand, right? They're going to have all the reasons why their negativity is the way to live. And you can allow them to have that truth. It is not for you to decide what someone else's truth is. It's for you to decide what your experience is going to be. There's the two people, and I love this vision, this view, this like explanation of things. There's two people. One is anti-war. They are about it. Everything on their social media, every time you meet them, everywhere they go, they are stopping war. They are going out there. They are raising the flags against war. They are raising the signs against war. They're protesting. They're doing all these things. They are anti-war. They do not war. Now, the next person, they are pro-peace. They want peace in this world. Everything that you see them post about is peace that can be found, peace here, peace there. And every time you meet them, they're talking about all the peace and all the good and all the love. Both people on paper want the same thing. What do you think they're going to experience, though? The person that's pro-peace every single day is going to be connecting with the peace in the world and feeling and living in peace. The person that is anti-war is going to be connecting with the war, and they're going to be experiencing the war throughout the world. Both are happening. You don't have to be a solve for either one. You get to be a expansion of whatever you connect to. And when you start realizing that that's what you are, is how you view something, is how you expand it, then you start realizing how to control your power. So if you are fighting every negative thing in your life, you are actually giving it power. But if you are loving every good thing in your life, you are actually expanding it. And that is why a perspective that gives you life, that gives you purpose, that gives you gratitude is the perspective of choice. So choose to decide that future me would give anything to come back to current me, even if you're going through the worst thing, because if future you exists, if future you made it to 90 in this image that we're putting in our head, because we want a view, a long view, a successful view, a healthy view of our life, if that person made it, that means they made it through the thing that you're struggling with right now. And they made it through it, and they excelled and achieved and received so much on the other side of what it is that you're going through, that they would still give everything to go back to the moment that you're in right now, that you're struggling with right now, that you feel the loss in right now. They would give it all to have this experience. So you need to act accordingly, that you have the gift that someone would give everything that they have and still couldn't buy it. That's what you have right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to align on this message. We're going to bring it in so it starts and becomes our reality. To where we can actually visualize having love for our true situation. So as you breathe in, think of future you thinking about this moment right now. And then as you hold your breath, visualize future you, how excited that they are, that they get to wake up in this younger body, that they get to wake up with these opportunities, that they get to wake up with these experiences, that they get to come back and do it again. Feel that joy, that vigor for the day. And then as you exhale, allow anything that doesn't resonate with you to leave you. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Everything is happening for you. Every single thing is happening for you. You just have the opportunity to step in the perspective of someone that can see that it's for you, not to you. Things are not happening to you. They're happening for you. When you shift in that perspective, you see how you grow from everything. You see how you expand from everything. You see how you love from everything. And when you do this, you become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my email list. In the description, scroll down, subscribe to that email list. You will get an update every single time a new episode comes out. Plus, I am doing an easy to follow exercise every single morning that you can follow. It's just a quick mental shift that allows you to think in this energy of this specific episode so that you can step into your higher power in all ways. But you must subscribe to that. We also have a lot of great abundance content coming out. Identity shifting content. It's going to be really, really powerful. There's going to be a community coming. It's so much great stuff. And the number one place you're going to hear about it, where it's first going to be announced, is through that email list. So if you want to be a part, if you want to be in this rising tide, if you want to be somebody that is around people that are pursuing their next level, make sure you sign up to that email list, because that's where it's going first. You can also follow me on social media. There's my Instagram and TikTok down below as well, @RealHenryG. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.